Hey guys, Glenn here. Just doing a quick video on WebBroker. Now people have asked me, I've got a lot of work invested in my WebBroker module. How can I use that in Arpy, or what's the point in using it with Arpy? And I just tell them you can just use it immediately. No, I really mean it, just immediately. It just works immediately. So we see looks of disbelief, surely can't work, but it just does. Let me take you through this quick video to show you how easy it is. Let's go to our existing WebBroker module. This is just a test one that I created entirely for the purposes of the video. It is a single module with two actions. One is root and the other is a hello message, which we'll come back to shortly. So the standard web server application message that you get by default in your WebBroker template. And if we start the server, we'll see some differences here. Arpy will try to help you get to the endpoint, but we don't get any kind of help from WebBroker. So if you try to go to localhost, it doesn't know what you mean, and that's because I've actually enabled SSL for this. Again, we go to the SSL endpoint, it doesn't redirect you to the correct name, so the certificate works correctly. So we have to put that in manually. Okay, we've put in VM community, which is the name of the certificate, which was an Arpy generated certificate, which I've just used in this web module, and now we'll see that everything is working as we expect. So the next message is hello somebody from WebBroker, and the endpoint is hello, and if we look at the actual method, we need to supply a query field. So this is a get, returning the name parameter. If I can just find the browser again, there it is. Okay, so if we go hello, query, name equals Glenn, hello Glenn from WebBroker. And that is the magnitude of our WebBroker application. So if we have a look here, had you not used this before, you would never have any idea that the reason the SSL doesn't work out of the box is that it didn't have the open SSL libraries. So again, Arpy gives you the help there that you need to just make it work out of the box, and you can worry about your code. Anyway, we'll come back and just briefly look at the configuration. When we're running through the wizard, creating the WebBroker module, it does ask you for the certificate information. So again, this is configuration, whereas Arpy will try to use the convention for the certificate going into the default location. Still, there is plenty of good code written with WebBroker module, and that's why we want to reuse it. So how do we make this work in Arpy now? So we just make a new other Arpy web application. So we're not returning a website, so we just use the web application. Make a new folder, Arpy with WebBroker. That's pretty much it. We've got our web server working and secured and configured, ready to go. We just have to tell it what we want to do. So we want to use a WebBroker module that already exists. So we do this with middleware. So the WebBroker module in Arpy is a middleware. Because this is a developer trial, it isn't here, so I need to go get it from the prod version. So I'm just going to go add it. Okay, there's the WebBroker module middleware added, and that is it. Now WebBroker module is now plugged in, And now all I need to do is add the module that we want to use with Arpy, and it is called T Module 1. And if we look a bit further down, I've added use the middleware with this new module. So that instantiates an instance of the module and tells Arpy to use it. So the only thing is I'm missing the reference now. I just need to paste it in. I'll just copy the unit name. Probably would have come up in code completion if I'd typed it, but still. Okay, so that's added our module. We have our middleware installed, and we have a using statement to say go use it, and it works immediately, just as I had said. So remember, the root path was to the message, and then we had the hello message, name equals Glenn, and that it says hello Glenn from WebBroker Module. And that is pretty much it. Now you might be wondering about the default Arpy root path there, so the hello world message. Why aren't we getting there? The reason is that middleware is always encountered in the pipeline before the Arpy modules. So you might think if you moved it down to the end here that it would work differently. Now it turns out that's not the case. The middleware, doesn't matter where you put it, will always be hit before the Arpy modules. You see that's still getting the WebBroker response because that's in middleware and it comes before the Arpy module. Now, it doesn't mean the Arpy modules aren't working, it just means that the other one is the broker mode ones are overriding it. So if we change this hello message in Arpy to G'day instead, there isn't any such method in the WebBroker module. So what will happen is it will go through WebBroker module, not find anything, and say, okay, it must be an Arpy response then. So if we now say G'day query name equals Glenn, that will then work fine from the Arpy method. So you can see that we've got WebBroker module and the Arpy module working together side by side. So now you can extend your application using Arpy methods from here on, and your WebBroker module will continue to work for as long as you need it.